Okay, we left off 160, second paragraph. He explained, Chovos HaLevavos had explained that since we previously were speaking about Yichud Hashem, understanding and appreciating who God is, but how do you appreciate God? By seeing what He did, what He created, how we're beneficiaries of what He provides continuously. So therefore, reflection is crucial to serving Him, because the greater our appreciation, a person naturally reciprocates if he understands he's a beneficiary of another person or another being. So if Hashem, you understand that your whole existence and your success in every aspect of your life is only determined by what He provides, then your service is going to be at a different level. You're going to serve Him differently. So therefore, it's crucial that you should be able to reflect and have an understanding of what He does and what He provides. The goodness which Hashem provides for all His creation is all-encompassing. It's for all existence. God does good with all. Rubam ki'ivrim me'akirim me'hovin goda ma'aloson. Here. Most people are like people who are blind, that they're not able to recognize or understand the dimension of what God provides. Even though if you say to a person, the person believes why you're healthy, you know, and you say, I'm thankful that God has given me good health. Okay? As much as you say those words, doesn't mean anything. Unless you reflect on what it means to have good health and what God provides, it doesn't resonate with the person. You're still ki'ivri. First, most people don't think about it, and if you think about it, he says, umahovin, one doesn't understand the dimension of that value. And a person does not comprehend the value of that for three reasons. You know, it's like we're blocked. Most people are blocked. This is firstly because of our degree of involvement in material pursuits. V'savosa mashalo yagi elov mimenu. He says, and desire unattainable worldly pleasures. I didn't understand it to mean as he translates it. They desire something which is not directly God's endowment. Meaning, one's that you live, that you have your health. It's clear. That God gives you. What about to succeed in life? You have to take a degree of initiative. You don't take the initiative, it doesn't happen. So there, a person doesn't perceive that's something God gives you. So you desire which does not come directly from Him. Meaning, you have to pursue it. So because you're pursuing it, you're totally consumed with acquiring and attaining something which you desire, therefore you miss, that causes you not to focus on what He does for you. And as a result of this, they overlook all the goodness that Hashem provides. And they shall libam toli ba'otzim Hashem mekavim mimlos tavosam v'ashlomish misalosam. We say, yesh lamon urotzim osayim. If you have 100, you want 200. So if you have 1 million, you want 2 million. So the more you have, the gap gets wider. Correct? So if you have 100, you only want another 100. Rotzim osayim. So what's your degree of distraction? Only to get 100. If you have 1 million, you want 2 million. So the difference is much greater. So your distraction is greater. But because to make the additional million, it's more difficult than what? Than making the 100. So what is the person focusing on? Not what he has. He's focusing what he doesn't have. That's most people. So if you focus on what you don't have, or you appreciative for what you do have, you're not appreciative. Because the person's focused to get what he doesn't have. But why is that? What? It's okay to have goals. No, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, setting goals for yourself. But that is the. But why is that your goal? Why is that your objective? Right? Why do you want more? Right? But that is the focus. Give you an example. A person gives you an exceptional gift. You're appreciative, something special. And he gives it to you again and again and again. After a while, although initially you were appreciative for what he gave you, eventually you're not going to be as appreciative. Why not? Yeah, but it's because again, initially, why is the person appreciative? And he recognizes. If I give you something which doesn't have much value, why it doesn't have value? Why aren't you appreciative? What did he give me? But if he gives you something exceptional, then what? Because it's an indication to what degree he values you. That's the way I understand it. Anything which touches upon a person being valued, that person appreciates what he receives. Okay, let's say a person would give thousands of people the exact same gift, which is something special, or everybody gets the special gift. Are you appreciative? As appreciative, you'd be the only one singled out to receive the gift. If you're singled out, then your level of appreciation is greater, because you singled out me. You value me. But if, let's say, I continuously give it to you, you've already given me that value. So the additional, when I continue to give it, it's not the same. Unless I increase the gift, then it's just repeating what you've done. If I succeed, I have 100. If I 100, I think I deserve 200. Right? If you have 1,000,000, right? I think I'm worthy of having another 1,000,000. So what's your focus? Of what you think your value is. Because everything to a human being is what his needs are, what his ego is. Who am I? I think I'm deserving of that. And that consumes most people. Most people are consumed by who am I? Who am I is not what I have, it's what I want. No, in terms of who am I, what is he worth? Right, that's who he is. But who am I in terms of what I deserve? Deserve means what I don't have yet. So that's the focus of the person. So therefore, yesh lo man rotza mosayim. You're always focused on what you don't have, not what you do have. Whatever level you achieve of advancement, when you achieve that, you always want one step above that. You want another level above it. And you're always seeking out what's beyond that. And this minimizes the multiple goodness that you were provided with. That minimizes it. Because you're not focused. And the great gifts are what? Are minimized, are made smaller. Hear this. When they see another person having more than them, or having goodness, they feel it was taken from them. What he has should be mine. Well, that's envy. That's envy. Why people envious? Because they don't appreciate what he's pointing out a good point. Because they don't appreciate what they have. If a person would appreciate what he has, he would not be envious of another. Because you're always looking at what you don't have. So if someone has something that you don't have, therefore that's why you're envious. You feel he has what you rightfully have, what rightfully you should have. A person lives up to the Joneses, right? You're always living up to the Joneses. No, this is a very serious level of envy. This person is being consumed with not having what he wants. This is more than entitlement. This is really extreme level. Umashigi ale mimeno. Roast Moses Osam. He says, while their own share of good fortune strikes them as misfortune. And as a result of that, they don't understand, appreciate God's acts which are good to them. It's like, see, how are we classifying this person? We're classifying this person as evil. The Rosha Kagova Apo in his hoardings does not look. All his thoughts are there is no God. No, he's referring, this is the Rosha. I'm not saying this is just a middle of the road person here. To a degree, everybody has some touch of Ayin Hara. Right? Let's say a person doesn't have children, God forbid. Somebody else has children. Although he may be happy for the other person, but simultaneously the person's hurting. The person's hurting, he doesn't have any children. They can't go to the bris. Not that they wish the other person bad, but they're pained. It hurts them. But that hurt, that's Ayin Hara. To be continued. It has a degree of there's a negative feeling. You wish the person well, but there's always that but aspect. That but is not healthy. It's not healthy. It looks. Each person knows what he does. Maybe you stay away. 100%. Anybody, Goy could give an Ayin Hara to. It's not only a Jew. It's not limited to. Whatever it is, it brings not good things. Ayin Hara brings not good things. Doesn't say in the Pirkei Avos. Ain't no the meis tavi chatzi tavos biyodo. Say 100%. It's chatzi tavoso, right? The more you have, the more you want. That's the way it is. What? I don't think so. As much as you learn. Yeah, but it's not because you want to know, because the more you understand, the more you realize how much you don't know, how much there is to know.